You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Thanks for checking out the podcast and YouTube channel on Conroe Culture. Don't forget, we're live on Lone Star Community Radio every Monday at noon. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Want more information? Visit the show page on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for past shows and learn how to sponsor the show.
Hello, and here we are in downtown Conroe at Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, irlonestar.com, if you want to listen on your computer. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, as I am every Monday at noon. So it's a little cloudy today, as Jake probably already said, but we're not supposed to get any rain, are we?
30% scattered.
That doesn't count. That's just like... whatever.
It's summer showers,
it's
you know.
70% not raining is really what it is. The cup is half full, just saying. Over half full, 70% full. So we have several guests today, and I'm very excited. They're varied. They're very varied. So the first one is going to be Mary Yost. She is the creative director of CYT, which is Community Youth Theater. Then we will have Kimberly Sutton with her new Montgomery County Coffee Table book. Ending it up with Steve Wells with the new Conroe Exchange Club, a new civic club coming into the Conroe area. So lots of exciting things to do, things to see, people to talk to. But first of all, we're going to talk about news, because that's what we are, Conroe Culture News. The dog days of summer are upon us.
The boys in orange.
We're going to talk about the
blue.
boys. We're going to talk about the boys. So, the boys of summer. So, you know, they did lose over the Orioles.
Orioles.
I'm like, why
Baltimore
does that sound
Orioles.
weird? The Baltimore Orioles. I didn't think that sounded right. But anyway, so they lost yesterday, but they're still ahead.
Yes.
They're still ahead. So they are 65 wins to 33 losses, with the LA Dodgers still ahead.
Still ahead by, I think, a game and a half now.
So they are 68 to 31, so a a little bit more than that. But
so it'll be 2
does
games.
it really matter? I mean, they don't play each
no,
other. They're in different leagues, American versus national, right?
So,
that part I know.
Yes, that's correct. So, together they don't really matter unless they play each other in the World Series.
Which could happen.
Which won't happen. LA won't get there. They don't have the...
Okay, I thought you were saying no to the Astros.
No.
Just asking.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, Astros fans. I mean, we know what they're capable of.
Wow. So the glass is still half empty.
Yeah, Margie.
All right.
I mean, they've let me down
Let's
so
be
many
happy.
times.
No, okay, we're not going to go there. But so did you hear about the gentleman that got hit in the eye and the face, and he got a facial fracture from the Astros?
No.
Yes. So that happened Saturday night, and he took a foul to his face. I watched the video of it. It looks
Was
pretty
it just
scary.
like a line drive foul ball?
Yes, and he is out of commission for a while because he has a facial fracture. Mm-hmm. And they just brought him up. Wow, 24 years old.
What a bummer.
Yes, it is. It's really a bummer.
Hey, but guess what?
So,
he still gets that money.
Okay, all right, moving on. So, a few things. You know, I saw Saturday night, I saw Jupiter and Saturn and the International Space Station. You're looking at me like I'm just like weirded out.
I mean,
that was
I don't know
random,
what you do
right?
on Saturday nights, but yeah.
That was random, I know. But it was pretty cool. What was really cool is seeing the International Space Station fly by.
What does it look like? I mean, it's got to be just a speck, right?
It zooms by. It goes, I think I have it on here how fast it goes. It orbits the Earth 15 and a half times a day. I think that's pretty cool.
Wow.
And it goes 17,224 miles an hour. So basically it zoomed by.
So how do you even see it? I mean, is it just like a shooting star?
Well,
Is that
we
what it
were
looks
up
like?
at the observatory at Brazos Bend Park, but you saw it with the naked eye. I mean, they said, here it is, it's zooming by. I'm like, how cool is that? So you have both the Russians and the Americans zooming by in
It's
this
one
International
happy,
Space
united
Station.
science,
And it's
man.
been doing that for 18 years. Things you just don't think about.
18 years? That's how long it's been up there?
Yes. Not for the same crew, but yes.
Well, obviously not the same people. Man, I'm older than the International Space Station. That makes me feel weird. I thought I was younger. I thought they've been up there kind of longer than that.
Okay. All right, now we're moving on again. So, some things that have taken place in the nonprofit world, just because I want to give you all the news. Julie Martineau, who used to be with United Way of Montgomery County, is now taking over Montgomery County Community Foundation. Many of the nonprofits get grants from the Montgomery County Community Foundation, and she is taking the place from Shannon Kidd, who was the executive director for 10 years. Summer Day is now the new executive director of Meals on Wheels, and Allison Hewlett is the CEO of the Montgomery County Food Bank. So all these women just switched places around. Jennifer Landers is now the new ED of Crisis Assistance Center, formerly Montgomery County Emergency Assistance. So what does that say about our county? Women leaders. Wouldn't you say, Jake?
Strong.
Yes, strong women leaders. Yes. So tonight, getting back on to what's going on in downtown Conroe, we again have Monday Madness with Caleb of the Homegrown Tomatoes, and they are hosting the open mic at the Corner Pub. Fred McIntosh with Charles Peters will be on the Red Brick Tavern stage at 7:30. Blues, alternative rock, and country rock. Tomorrow, July 25th, Jeremy Bankhead hosts the open mic at the Corner Pub. Wednesday, we have Harley Meyer will host the open mic at the Corner Pub beginning at 9. And Thursday, you can listen to Buck Yeager with Debbie Glenn, owner of the Red Brick Tavern. She will be singing live, and that's really cool to hear. I thought I'd just let everybody know.
Have you heard her before live?
Yes, I have heard her before.
I have not. I've heard great things.
And you should go. It starts at 8 o'clock, and that's Thursday night. And then open mic with Adam McFarlane and Josh Pitt at the Corner Pub. Debbie Glenn will also be singing Sunday at the Gospel Sunday Brunch. Did you know they always have a Gospel Sunday Brunch at the Red Brick Tavern starting at 10:30? Well, now you know. I announce it every week. You just aren't listening.
Well, I'm doing things for your show to make it wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So she will be singing Sunday while the chef prepares a gourmet meal for anybody to come in and eat. So backing it up, Friday night, Tyler Cannon at the pub beginning at 9 and Deanna Wendelin at the Red Brick Tavern. But first, go by Conroe Coffee Art Experience at 6 p.m. with, I don't know how to pronounce this lady's name, Gethsemane Ruth Photography and pictures from her mission to Zimbabwe. And I don't see those pictures up right now as I'm looking into Conroe Coffee, but I'm sure they will be up soon, probably premiering Friday.
Yeah,
at
I
6
think
p.m.
they're going to put them up by Wednesday, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
So that's kind of cool. There are a lot of black and whites too. I like black and whites.
And I think
it really
it's Zimbabwe. Is that how do they?
Are you telling me I pronounced that wrong again?
I think so.
Kind of like the Orioles. Orioles, whatever. Okay, I'm trying though. I'm trying to get everybody their shout outs. So, Conroe Parks and Rec, and I know we've talked about this before.
Yes.
They have their senior dance.
Yes, and I wish I was a senior so I could go.
How old do you need to be?
55?
60.
60.
So you need to be 60 years of age.
I knew it was up there.
And that is July 29th. I believe that's Saturday night. Yes?
Margie got real mad when I said 55 because, she's not 60 yet.
That's correct. That's correct. I'm not. So we're moving on. So senior dancers are $5. But the first Thursday concert and farmers market is coming up a week from Thursday, August 3rd. And it will be featuring Charlie and the Regrets and the Peterson Brothers. So we've talked about the Peterson Brothers before. They're young. These guys are 17 and 19. They are fabulous. They played at the Conroe Americana Music Festival. So they will be playing at the first Thursday concert a week from Thursday, August 3rd, with the farmers market where you can get your you can get your fresh produce. Fresh produce.
Do they sell fresh eggs there?
Sometimes I have fresh eggs there.
Because that's my favorite.
Yes.
If I can find a batch of fresh eggs.
Okay.
I love those.
I will see what I can do to make sure that there's some, and then you can announce it on the radio.
Yes.
Okay, the Monties are coming. That will be happening at the Crighton Theatre For only $10, you get to see local performance with their Lifetime Achievement Awards. And we've talked about this. This is kind of like the Academy Awards. And Mary might know something about that when she comes on here and talks. I'll ask her about that. But the Monties are our Academy Awards for all the people that are involved in the live performances. So, in fact, I think I might get Craig Campabella and Steve Green to come on here and talk about that here in the very near future.
Hopefully next week.
So we shall see. Anyway, tickets are on sale now for August 12th. It's only $10. Dress up and go. We're going to get back now. We're going to take a break. I am Margie Taylor of Conroe Culture News, and we're going to start with my first guest, Mary Yost of the CYT, Christian Youth Theater, and we'll be right back.
Don't forget, Conroe Culture is live online at irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 every Monday at 12 p.m. Be a guest, be a sponsor. Just contact us online at irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
And we are back. I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, Mondays at noon. And we are getting ready to roll with our first guest of the afternoon, Mary Yost. She is with the Christian Youth Theater. She is the artistic director. Mary, what does that mean?
Well, it means...
Artistic director.
Artistic director, sure. It means that I get the chance to choose the shows, to sometimes direct the shows. I find the artistic teams. I help them develop their artistic visions for every show. And I get to play with a lot of really cool kids.
You make the magic happen.
I try. Yeah.
That's what it is. It's all
fun.
magic.
Yes.
I have never delved in the theater. This, I guess, is as far as it gets because I've never really had the time, but it looks really fun.
It's so fun. It really is. Yeah, from both sides, on the stage and behind the scenes.
So, Christian Youth Theater, it's been around for, this is the 11th season. So does that mean 11th year? What does that mean?
This is our 11th year, yes, in
Okay.
Houston. However, it's been around for over 35 years nationally. It originated in San Diego. And then they started having satellite groups throughout the country, and we are one of those satellites. So we're an affiliate, and we love it. It's a wonderful organization, and we get to help kids and their families and their friends have a wonderful time while doing what they love to do with the theater.
So this is for kids from 4 to 18, and it's strictly the kids that perform, correct?
Well, in CYT, that is correct. But we also have CCT, which is Christian Community Theater, and that's all ages. That's 0 to 110, yes. And we are doing Fiddler on the Roof, and we will be at the Crighton Theatre the 18th, 19th, and 20th of August.
Fun stuff. And I know that you did Music Man last year.
Yes, we did.
Because some of the performers sang at the farmer's market that we
did.
had.
Yes.
And that was fun because
Our
I videoed
quartet.
that.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
correct. So,
Yeah.
see, I remember a little bit.
Good.
And you're going to be doing Tarzan.
Yes, CYT, that's our youth part of CYT and CCT. We are doing Tarzan, and we will have flying apes, and it's going to be so much fun with Jane and Tarzan, and it's Disney's Tarzan, so it's the familiar story.
And that's in November.
That will be in November.
And do you always perform at the Crighton Theatre with CYO?
Well, we have...
I mean, when you come to Conroe.
Yes, when we have 2 areas in Houston right now, and one is in Humble and Kingwood, and the other one is Spring Woodlands and Conroe. And when we're in this area, we are almost always at the Crighton Theatre, yes.
Do you do work with the Owen Theater or the Players at all?
I personally do, yeah.
Okay.
I just finished directing a show over there, yeah.
What show did you direct?
West Side Story.
Oh, yes, I missed that one, and I so wanted to go watch that.
It was beautiful. We were very proud. Yeah.
Well, I speak with Rebecca
Oh,
quite
sure.
a bit.
Right.
So
Yeah,
try to find out what's going on,
Right. She's our right-hand man. She's wonderful. Or
so
woman.
to speak. So to speak. Yes.
Right-hand man, woman.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, how do kids get involved?
Well, they can get involved in camps. We still have 2 camps left this year for ages 13 to 18. There are master camps. We have a master drama camp, which is wonderful because it helps the kids hone their skills. And then we have a master dance camp. Same thing, except with dancing. And then our classes are open. We have after-school classes in the Woodlands area, well, kind of Montgomery area, and in Kingwood, Humble. And
Where do they meet?
our classes this time will be meeting at Klein United Methodist Church in spring, but our rehearsals for Tarzan will be at Legacy Christian Academy. And I'm not sure where our classes are. I believe I'm not sure the location, but it's in Humble for our east location. And we meet on Monday nights over here, and for 5 to 7 and 7 to 9, we have 2 sessions every Monday night.
So have you started taking auditions for Tarzan yet?
Tarzan auditions will be the Friday and Saturday after Labor Day.
Okay, so that's September then,
Yep,
will be
coming up.
auditions. So I will be sure to talk about that and let people
Absolutely.
know about that.
It's very exciting.
So you said you still have some sessions available for kids this summer?
This summer, yes, we have 2 camps left. We just finished up our Beauty and the Beast summer stock, which was beautiful and wonderful. We put together an entire show in 2 weeks. The kids were magnificent, and we had record crowds for that. We sold over, for just a 2-week summer stock, we had about 600 people come to see these kids perform
Fabulous.
Beauty and the Beast.
And they
yeah.
it makes them feel so valued.
They
you
are
know?
so valued.
Well,
and
I bet you really see a lot of change from where they start
we do.
to when they perform.
We do. Our CYT motto is building character one stage at a time. And we really believe that in the children and in their parents. We all grow with every class, camp, show. We all grow and gain something from that experience together.
It just gives added confidence
Right.
in who you are and
Right.
what you do.
It
Which
does.
is great.
It does. And it gives kids a place where they can express who they are without any judgment from anyone. We have a lot of kids that will show up and they'll take our camp and say, we didn't know theater was so fun. My mother made me came. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it's true. And then they just stay forever. We came, my family came 9 years ago, and we've never left. My kids are grown, but I'm still here. So, yeah.
I understand how that happens. So 9 to 5 is still
Yes,
playing Friday
is.
and Saturday night.
Yes, at the Owen.
Yes, you need to go to the Owen. Everybody needs to go watch 9 to 5. Who doesn't
Absolutely.
know that story? Jake
I
even
don't
knows.
know. I don't know that story. 9 to 5.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I know the song "Working 9 to 5." But
I bet that's in there, huh?
It's in there.
Okay, it is. Well, you know
Absolutely.
something, and that was Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
So, okay, you know a tiny bit.
Yes, I know a little. How much are tickets? And what time are the run times?
8 p.m.
8 p.m.?
Friday and Saturdays.
You
They're
can
always 8
you can
p.m.
check out there are differing ticket prices. You
Okay.
can check that out at owentheater.com.
I think it's just Owen.com.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will put it again on the Conroe Culture Facebook page and Experience Downtown Conroe to let everybody know, including Jake.
Yes. And that Facebook website, our Facebook page, is stock full of useful information on there.
Absolutely. That's the whole idea. And I know people go to Facebook pretty readily. So, yes, that's good to know. And Mary, so how long have you been involved with the theater?
Well, I've been in theater on and off my entire life. We have 7 children, all of which have been involved in theater at some time or another. My youngest daughter right now is going to school as a musical theater major in Indiana, actually. And so this has just kind of morphed very naturally for our family to be part of CYT.
Grandchildren?
I have one. And
Just one after 7 kids?
just one. And they moved to Idaho. It's just,
Oh, my goodness.
but they're coming home for his first birthday, which is this week. Yeah.
Well, fabulous.
Yes,
I can see you're smiling. Everybody should see how Mary's smiling. She's so excited.
I am.
Yes.
They can watch us on YouTube later and see that beautiful smile.
I know, right. By hopefully tomorrow morning, but one never truly knows, huh, Jake?
We're
So-
busy, okay?
Aren't we all? So they can connect on CYT Houston on Facebook or CYTHouston.org. And of course, CYT means Christian Youth Theater.
Yep.
So, okay. Well, anything else you want to add, Mary?
I just appreciate you having me in here, and
I'm glad you came.
yeah, thank you.
You know, I learn more every time I have this show about different people and things that are going on around our town here of Conroe.
It's a wonderful town.
All the way to Indiana. That's
Oh,
right.
yes, in the greater Montgomery County area.
Correct.
You gotta love it.
Okay, we're getting ready for our next guest. So when we come back, we will hear from Miss Kimberly Sutton and her new book that's coming out that you want to make sure you get a copy of. My name is Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture News, Lone Star Community Radio from downtown Conroe.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
We are looking for sponsors. Do you want to partner with Conroe Culture? Contact us on irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture for current rates and statistics of our listenership.
And we are back with Conroe Culture News. I am your host, Margie Taylor, for this hour of newsworthy information. So I have my second guest sitting here today on this Monday afternoon in downtown Conroe, Miss Kimberly Sutton.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
It's good to see you, Margie.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yes.
So, I mean, I met you when you were a reporter for the Courier. You were kind of my go-to girl for feature news and things like that, and you have moved on. You're doing all kinds of different things. So you have compiled a book about Montgomery County. Is that correct?
Yes, I have. A few months after I left the Courier, I was out and about still meeting amazing people and seeing amazing things in Montgomery County, and I had a book opportunity fall into my lap. And I'm working with Judge Craig Doyle's office and Jim Fredericks, his chief of staff, on a promotional book that promotes all of Montgomery County, downtown Conroe, all the different cities, and the fact that we are the birthplace of the Lone Star flag. And it's not a historical book per se, but it's a coffee table photo book, 4-color hardback book that would look great on any coffee table in your home or office.
And you have not only places around Montgomery County, but you have notable people too, don't you?
Yes, I talked to a lot of people. I do have people in the book, but it's primarily
I'm
showing.
not in the book.
It's primarily showing people who are not familiar with our county, what kind of fun things there are to do. Lake Conroe, we have art festivals, car shows. We have the Lone Star Trail. It's one of the longest hiking trails in America, right here in Montgomery County. And I spent over a year and a half going from every single corner of Montgomery County, from the far side of Montgomery on the over in Dobbin area, to Magnolia, to all the way to Splendora, places I didn't know existed in Montgomery County.
And everyone should. I know I recently moved from Splendora, and there's a lot of interesting things going on in East County all the time.
Yes.
So, all parts of the county. So, how big is the book? Tell me how big is the book
Approximately 200 pages.
And you finished it already?
Basically what it is, we had a salesperson that went out to different businesses and got business profiles. So we have a lot of business profiles that are in the back of the book. My portion of the book, the creative aspect, is in the front 155 pages, where I just went and did everything that I could possibly find in this county to put in this book. I have about 5,000 photos, and the editor said they only needed 150 to 200 photos. So if anyone needs some, extra photos for their websites to promote the county, I have the stock photos of Montgomery County.
I think the station could use a couple.
I was
going to
say, maybe, I'm thinking you should talk to Dick about that.
I'm telling you, I've got all kinds of photos, from the airport to the woodlands, the trolley cars, to the boats on the lake, to people eating barbecue and chicken fried steaks and music venues, and I got it all. I am your go-to girl for the photos.
Well, and you have the oldest barber shop
I sure
in
do.
Texas.
Yes.
And did you know that Brownlee's is one of the oldest jewelry stores?
It's been here how many years?
Over 80 years.
Yes, that is crazy. Well, I did go into Shepherd's Barbershop here in downtown. I actually popped in to talk to Leon, the owner, during the Conroe Cruiser Classic Car Show last summer. And I decided to go to the back of his shop and stand up on the shoe shine box. And I took a photo of him cutting a customer's hair and 3 people sitting in the waiting room. One was a woman that had a pair of beautiful, I think they were probably Cocker Spaniel dogs on a leash. And through the front window, you could see a classic car out in the street in front of Red Brick Tavern. And I sent that photo to a photo contest of Buzz Magazine in Houston and won first place for the people category.
Awesome.
And they just said it looked like it was right out of Norman Rockwell's paintings. So
Yes.
so it was
Very
fun.
nostalgic. Yay. That's awesome. That's wonderful. So how does someone get this book?
Well, they can definitely text me or email me. Do you want me to just go ahead and
Tell me.
All right. So if anyone is interested in ordering this book, I am taking pre-orders. The book is not printed yet, and only a limited amount are going to be printed. So it's not going to be like you can just walk into Barnes & Noble or order off Amazon. It's not going to be that type of a book. So I am taking pre-orders, and they can, right now, actually, if anyone was interested in the book, they could text me at 936-828-0801. And to make this even more fun, the 10th person that texts me will get a free book. So if anyone's interested in that, that number is 936-828-0801. And you can also email me at kimberlysuttonconsulting at gmail.com. I actually have been talking to local realtors. And realtors, I don't know if you heard. Have y'all heard that Conroe is the fastest growing city in America?
No.
I think everybody knows that.
I know. I used that in a pitch to somebody in an email this morning, actually.
You did?
Yes.
So when I heard that on the national news, I was like, oh my gosh. And I've got 5,000 photos of Conroe, Texas.
Right. That one day we had like 5 different radio TV stations down over visiting with Hutch at the CVB to get information.
Yeah. So with that news,
hey, why not use it?
Yeah, use it. So the realtors are very interested. I've got some realtors. I'll just give them a shout out over at Keller Williams over there with Ruth Smith. They are very interested in purchasing my book to give to new home buyers, especially those who are moving from out of state and they don't know anything about our culture over here. I don't know if
Conroe culture.
The Conroe culture, the Conroe culture. But when I was working at the Conroe Courier, I had an assignment on a Saturday to cover the Chairman's Ball at the Waterway Marriott, and the same night drive 10 minutes away to go cover the Montgomery County Fair Association fundraiser. And this is just facts. I'm just stating the facts. The reporter I went to the Woodlands Waterway Marriott. I don't know what their budget is, but they had a beautiful fairy tale ballroom, and you had Snow White walking across and Cinderella, and they're all dressed in their costumes with these LED trees everywhere. And I just was in this fairy tale wonderland, right? And then I had to hurry up and get over to Montgomery County Fair Association to cover their fundraising for the year. And we're talking maybe a 15-minute drive. So you go from that environment to over here to the Fair Association, where I walked in to this fabulous cowboy country party with burlap tablecloths and bluebonnet bouquets on every table. And I said, this is amazing. Only Montgomery County can you walk from urban city chairman's ball to the country chic, of burlap tablecloths and bluebonnets on each table. And I just thought that was fascinating.
From fairy tale to hootenanny.
Oh, now stop it, Jake.
It's kind of the life of the PR girl when she would run around town and then go back to feeding the donkeys, the geese, and the longhorns. Just saying.
There you go. That's it. But I thought that it's just amazing that we have such urban. That's one thing I put in my book, is that you can actually be in downtown Market Street in the Woodlands shopping, high-end shopping, and 15 to 20 minutes later at home feeding your animals. Is that right for you, Margie?
Yes. When I was on 9 acres, but now I'm in
maybe
Wood
the shopping
Forest.
portion of it now.
Yeah, no, I don't do the shopping.
But it's just
I'm not a shopper.
But it doesn't matter if you have dogs or cats or goats or
It's
horses.
true.
I mean, you can be in the country on your ranch feeding animals.
There's country in Conroe. I mean, you can go to Cut and Shoot. I mean, it's not that far.
Yeah.
So we're very diversified.
Little bit city and a little bit country.
Well, it's true. And that's what makes it so interesting, is that there's just so much going on in our county, which is also one of the fastest growing counties. Got the fastest growing city.
Number 7 in counties in America, and then
used to be number 10, so we're gaining up there, gaining speed.
Well, I mean, I don't see why not. It's such a beautiful place. But I have a question. In the process of researching and doing, the writing of the book and everything like that, what was probably the most surprising thing or thing that you didn't know about Montgomery County that shocked you when you found out?
Well, I actually decided to make an appointment to speak with former County Judge Barb Sadler, and he was born and raised in this area and had been the judge for 25 years, and I had coffee with him, and he said, you have to have the Lone Star Trail in the book, and you also have to have our airport in the book. And when I got to researching the Lone Star Trail and our airport, I did not realize how significant our airport is for this area, where someone said something recently about Southwest was looking about possibly, being able to use this airport over here. And then now with the new customs facility, I thought this is
part of the growth.
Yeah, this is a awesome place. And I just thought that was amazing. There's companies out there like Evolve Air that I've worked with that have privatized airplane where they can just fly in and out, and you can avoid the TSA over there at the bush. And then the Lone Star Trail for hikers, people who love that kind of thing, that they just love the fact that they can hike over 100 miles right here in Montgomery County.
Absolutely.
I got out there and used that for the first time a couple weekends ago, and it's beautiful. I mean, that trail is gorgeous. So.
Yes, it is. When I first started doing research, I walked into the Conroe pub and I asked this man sitting there eating, I said, what do you love about living in Montgomery County? And he just looked at me and he said, the music. I love the music and the music venues.
Lots of music.
And that's when I realized, okay, I've got to be sure I've got some music venues in this book, because that's a big part of our county.
I bet you missed the Conroe Americana Music Festival, didn't you?
Well,
that was a big deal.
I wanted to be here. I did. I was out of town.
54 bands. Well, we're doing it again next year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So look forward to that the first weekend in May. Well, Kimberly, I am super excited to have you here telling us about the book. And I want you to give everybody your phone number and email again one more time.
Okay.
So they know to order that from you, because it's going to be a wonderful thing to have on your coffee table or to give as a gift to other people.
Yes.
Christmas is coming in 6 months.
That's right. So if you want a book or to order some books, text I want a book to 936-828-08 or email me at kimberlysuttonconsulting@gmail.com.
And we will have this on the YouTube, and I will put it on Conroe Culture News.
Yes.
So look forward to that. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you,
We'll be
Margie.
right back with more of Conroe Culture News and my next guest.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
Attention movie lovers, The Ticket Stub is a new radio show servicing Montgomery County that is meant for you. The Ticket Stub is available live every Thursday at noon on FM 104.5 and 106.1, as well as anytime on irlonestar.com. Connor and Dick will let you know what's coming out in the theater, what is worth streaming, and what's going on in the world of film. The Ticket Stub, your home for movie talk.
Hello, I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News on Monday, July 24th from downtown Conroe, FM 104.5, 106.1. And if you want to stay connected, go to Conroe Culture News. We always talk about the guests. We will have the YouTube video of this podcast available by tomorrow at some point where you can watch, listen, share, all of that. If you want to be a guest or sponsor the show, what an idea. You should. You should just send me a email or message it on Facebook, Taylorized PR, Conroe Culture News, or go to Margie at taylorizedpr.com. So my next and final guest today is Steve Wells, and he has brought with him another gentleman named Mike Rychek. Ah, awesome. Wells was easy. And they are part of a new civic organization, new to this area, but not new overall, called Conroe Exchange Club. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about this, and why are you coming to Conroe? Let me guess, because it's the fastest growing city?
Yes, that's one thing.
We were coming before we knew it was the fastest growing city.
Well, then you're smart. That's right, because you wanted to be on this show.
We like the way you think.
Okay. All right, so tell me about this organization. It's a civic organization, meaning that they do good in the community.
Yes.
So how long has it been around?
It's 106 years old.
Oh, my goodness. And I've never heard of this. Jake, have you ever heard of this before?
Never. But I live under a rock, apparently. I don't know a lot.
Apparently. You're over 18, though. Over 18 and under 60. We got that taken care of. So,
that's all you'll ever know.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes we say we're the best kept secret, but we're determined to get over that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So when are you coming to Conroe? It's this month, right?
Right now. We've
now.
already started. We're putting the preliminary meetings out. In fact, we have a meeting scheduled this Thursday on the 27th at 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. It'll be at the Blackwood Gun Club, 11400 FM 2854.
I know them very well. They're one of my clients. So, unfortunately, that also hits against something that the Conroe Chamber is doing, their primetime live that's happening out there at Lone Star Community Center. But, so you're going to talk about what's going on Thursday, but you're also having another meeting, too, if somebody misses it, correct?
That's correct.
Correct. Yeah.
What is that date?
Right now, it was supposed to be the following Thursday, I think August the 3rd.
Oh, okay.
But in talking with Connie Parker out at Blackwood, we may have to move it to a Tuesday. We don't know for yet. Sure yet.
Okay. So tell me about the club.
Well, basically, exchange clubs, we have one national project, which is child abuse prevention. And then we do Americanism, community service, and youth. And those are our 4 projects. Now, what the clubs do is they have fundraisers. Just like I know Mills and Wills had a trap shoot at Blackwood a month ago or coming up sometime soon. But anyway, we do fundraisers such as golf tournaments, blue ribbon sales. I mean, there's any kind of things that you can think of to raise money, and then we take that money and the club decides which charities they want to support in the community, and all the money that's raised in a fundraiser or fundraisers for that club goes 100% back to community. Total, and there's no mixing the money or anything like that.
Let me jump in here. We're about doing good, and we do good through our assorted projects of service. We're about having fun. If our projects if they're not going to be fun, we're not going to do them. We're about making new friends, and we're about developing professional and personal relationships. So everything that we do is really driven by the members of the club. They get to decide what's meaningful to them in their community, but it's all about doing good. It's all about serving the community. Like you said, we're a community service organization, and it's primarily driven by the members of the club and what they really think are the needs in their community.
What direction they want to go.
And which way they want to go.
I call that tailorizing it.
Tailorizing. Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's what
She's so clever, isn't she?
It's very much
Every opportunity. So when do you meet? Is it a weekly meeting thing?
It's really determined by the people who are the members of the club.
Okay.
Our national organization, like Steve said, we were formed 106 years ago in 1911 from some businessmen in Detroit, Michigan, who got together to exchange ideas on how to make their community a better place to live. The national organization requires that a club meet at least twice a month, but some clubs meet twice a month, some clubs meet weekly. It's really determined by the members of those particular clubs.
So you're going to have a charter membership
Correct.
of people interested, and then you will select board members, I'm assuming?
Yes, that's
who
the
will
next
then
step.
determine what way they're going to go, right?
Correct.
How if they're going to meet, when they're going to meet, who their nonprofit organizations are going to work with and such.
Yeah, when we have our get our charter members, initial group of people, then we'll look for a president-elect, secretary, treasurer, just like any organization, and board members, and then we have to have a bylaws and a nominating committee chairman. Once we POM the club, in other words, that's the official day that it charters, then the club will start making these decisions. It won't be Mike or it won't be myself making these decisions. It's the club decides where we want to meet, if we want to meet at a different place or wherever. And I just want to quickly thank the Blackwood Gun Club for their hospitality, Aaron and Jeff and Connie Parker.
Good people.
For allowing us to meet at their location, taking care of us, and it's just a wonderful, been a wonderful experience so far. We couldn't have been happier. And one thing, since I was on thanking, I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce and especially Rodney Anderson, membership director. Rodney has just gone out saying he pointed me in the right direction because I cold called him. The first person I met in Conroe was Rodney Anderson. And I
That's
had
a good
no
place to start.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the chamber. It's always a good place.
Yeah, I knew nobody up here except for the man that was behind getting us started. And Rodney has become a charter member. He's becoming a charter member of the club. He's already signed up and ready to go.
So can you be actively involved in Rotary or Lions or Kiwanis or anything else when you're in this organization?
Sure.
So that's acceptable?
That's
It's okay?
acceptable.
Okay.
The bottom line is if you're interested in making your community a better place to live, we have a place for you.
Then it's the right place to be.
We are inclusive. We are not exclusive. We
That's
don't
nice.
have a particular political bent. We're not of, we cover the gamut of religions, political views. Like I said, if you're interested in making your community a better place to live, then we're interested in having members.
I like how you said it's just about doing good.
Doing good and having
Doing
fun.
good.
Yeah.
So will the both of you be overseeing until a board is selected, board members, or how does it work? How are you going to develop this?
We will be mentoring the club for a year to 2 years at least.
And you live in Sugar Land, don't you?
Close to it. I live in Missouri City, which is right next to it. But we will mentor the club, just make sure they stay according to the bylaws, but they run the club. the club runs the club, not us. We're just there to help, offer guidance in our expertise, and anything we can do to keep the club going and build it, bring in new members, because we're constantly looking for new members.
So do you have a website or somewhere that people can go to if they wanted to find out more about the Exchange Club, and in particular the Conroe one?
Well, right now we do not have a Conroe website yet.
Okay.
That's coming, and we're going to get a Facebook page up for them as soon as we can. The National Exchange Club has a website. It's nationalexchangeclub.org.
Okay.
And
very good.
And then we're part of the National Exchange Club. We have 11 regions and 30 districts within the club, within the nation. And we're in Region 5. Our district is the Texas, Louisiana Gulf Coast District, and their website is tlgcd.org.
We decided Texas, Louisiana Gulf Coast District was a bit of a mouthful.
It is.
There was a time when we were the Texas District, but they've shuffled
they
some
grouped
things
all y'all
around,
in, huh?
you know,
We always got to keep those Cajuns close.
Yeah, we got a couple of clubs. We have one in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
We have one in West St. Tammany Parish.
Okay.
And then we go along the coast all the way down.
So how did y'all get y'all start in the National Exchange? I mean, what got y'all interested and involved?
It's interesting in the evolution, and I'll tell you, like we talked about, it's a national organization, some 600 or 700 clubs in the nation, 20,000 members. Most people are invited to exchange. It's a word of mouth. Hey, come join us for breakfast. Come join us for lunch. We're doing this project that I think would be of interest to you. I saw an ad in the paper and decided it worked for me and just went in myself.
How long have you both been involved?
I got involved in 97, so 20 years.
Wow.
And I got involved in 2005.
Okay.
But my story of getting exchanged was different. I walked off the 18th green at my country club, and a friend of mine walked up to me. He said, "Steve, why aren't you in exchange?" And I said, "Well, I don't really know what exchange is, and nobody's ever asked me." He said, "Come to breakfast tomorrow." And 3 meetings later, I'm in the club.
But see, that's what makes the difference. When somebody personally asks you to get involved in something or volunteer, it's the ask.
Yes.
Because it makes you feel important and worthy, and you may not. I mean, you're different by saying that you joined Mike because you saw an ad, but a lot of people are not as secure about doing that unless they're personally asked because they feel like maybe they won't meet up to the expectations.
Well, the vast majority of people are invited, and that's a part of what we're doing here.
Yes.
We're starting a new club. So this is an outreach to
A mass
invite people
invite.
who are curious.
So everyone is invited, men
Yes.
and women, right?
Yes.
You take women too, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, just asking.
There was
you
a
know,
time.
Masons
There
don't,
was
just
a
so.
time when we did not.
Okay.
But that's been. I think they changed that back in the early '80s.
85, I
And
think.
I'm pleased to say it's the best thing we ever did.
All right.
Well,
All right.
one more thing on the women part. The club I belong to began in 1985 in Quail Valley. And from then to 2015, it was all male. And then I was instrumental in bringing females into the club. We now have 9, and it's made one hell of a difference.
I'll
the best
bet-
thing that ever
I'll
happened to them.
bet. So again, the date is this coming Thursday at
This
5
coming
o'clock
Thursday,
at the
yeah.
Blackwood Gun Club.
Correct.
And if they want to call or email you,
Yes.
what is that?
My email is stevewells47@comcast.net. And my phone number is 281-705-8746.
Very good. This will also be on the YouTube podcast that goes out that you gentlemen will get a copy of, and you can share and invite people to come.
And we'd like to have you too.
Well, I am already obligated, but
You're all right,
okay. For Thursday anyway.
But we do have,
So-
we will have other meetings.
Okay, well then I'll just go pop on by and
And-
see what's going on.
And you talk about obligated. I don't pretend to know that much about all the other service clubs out there. But one of the things that I think a lot of people find popular about Exchange is we really don't have any attendance requirements.
Oh,
we hope that
that's
there's
nice.
we hope there's
So-
something in our
Right.
programs of service that you're interested enough, and you've made enough friends that it's a place that you want to be.
And you
not
can
a place
find
you're
out
compelled
about
to
it.
be.
Well, we're running out of time. So next Monday, we will hear from Christian Collins of Congressman Brady's office with Jody Chukowski, I don't know how to pronounce his name, of Faith Fest, and Don Candy telling us about the WISE Conference. So stay informed. Follow us on Facebook at Conroe News Radio, Conroe Culture, and have a great Monday.
You're listening to Conroe Culture on FM 104.5 and 106.1 with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. Live streaming on irlonestar.com every Monday at noon. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter via Conroe Culture.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show was recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.